as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
1 yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
First down, Vikings.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
At the 27-yard line.
Now a run with Cook. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. We'll call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
On the pickup.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Let's go, D. Let's go, Mike.
They'll run this with Homer. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Maybe the threat of Russell Wilson running the football there and him handing it off opened a little bit of a lane.
It does, and what also helps, his unselfishness. Because he's not a quarterback who's going to take it every time and pull it from the running back and keep it. He will hand it inside when the reads are correct.
This throw complete. Wilson finding Lockett. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
5 more yards.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Seahawks First and 10.
From Viking territory now. They'll come up first and 10 right at the 40. Now it's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 3rd and 13.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Steps away to his left. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off here, the 32. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts. Understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
From the 38, Cousins. On the catch, it's Jarius Wright. 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Jarius Wright, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Give him 18 yards on that one, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
The end of the first quarter with the score Vikings 7, Seahawks nothing.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore.
50's the mark. 50's the mark. Go, go, go.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Play action. It's Wilson. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. This is Homer. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That is caught inside the 5. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. On second and goal, Wilson, end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly, his first touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover, but I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They'll run it with Madison. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A 7-yard pickup.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's 3rd and short.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
They go play action now. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. To try again after the sack. Wilson, left side complete to Lockett. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 16 yards, a first down. Sensational he was last week, over 200 yards. And the simple quote that we saw this week was, keep him in front of us. They're going to have to do that.
And when they say that, it means tackling him after the catch. Because once he makes the catch, you may catch it in front. But if you don't tackle him, he's behind you at that point, and that's how he racks up the big yardage.
They go play action with Wilson, rolling to his right. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Jacob Hollister, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Going on the ground with Homer. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Seahawks.
Now 1st and 10 at the 11. Final play of the half. It's Wilson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Tyler Lockett. Incomplete.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Myers' kick is good. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Homer. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Eluded. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. 30. Past the 20. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return. A scoop and score for the Vikings.
Dane Bailey lining up for the point after.
So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Off the play fake, Wilson. Flush to his right. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
49-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Wilson. Buying time to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. The 20. 10.
Right down their throat.
And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return. A scoop and score for the Vikings.
Bailey lining up for the point after.
This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Bailey got the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Wilson. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter, his 2nd sack of the night.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
1st and 10.
First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A 28.
That one 28 yards on the ground. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Back to the ground. This time Cook. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. C.J. Ham. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown.
His kick is good.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Seahawks 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And that is incomplete.
Wilson.
A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He finds his running back, Hyde. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 4th down. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Out of bounds.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cook. Touchdown, Vikings.
The ball carrier.
Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And again this time to the tailback. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
He was taken down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Army.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Wilson going for Metcalf. This is caught inside the 15. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory.
That's good.
It's a big play there for Seattle. 53 yards. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18.
Makes the score Vikings 35, Seahawks 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. The tackle made by K.J. Wright. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cook. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On third down, they run with Madison. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
4 yards. It's now 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run for it. Cook. Able to avoid him at the 40. And now look at him go. 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings.
The ball carrier.
Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, they'll roll him out right. And this is incomplete. Jacob Hollister, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and 5.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Wilson to Metcalf that time. 1st down, Seattle.
10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I got you. I got you.
To throw again is Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll find Metcalf. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
29-yard line.
It's always interesting when you get ready for a Seattle Seahawks game, because when you think of their receivers, you think of these guys are going to be 6'3", 6'4", 225 pounds out on the perimeter. But Tyler Lockett, He shatters all of those thoughts. Much more like a water bug, but maybe their most trusted target downfield. Led Seattle with 1,057 yards last season, operates in the slot and outside, and is tough as any receiver in the NFL.
Seahawks.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd down and goal. Wilson to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Travis Homer, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18.
Makes the score Vikings 42. Seahawks 24.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. Cook, a 1st down and more. And finally marked down at the 23. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. Oh, a nice spin. And out of bounds right around the 20.
Tonight's final score, Vikings.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to